Today we're going to analyze the stock of Meta Platforms. If you have a stock you'd like me to review, leave it in the comments below and I'll do a video. Here we are on Meta Platforms profile on investing.com. Before we get started, I want you to know this is not financial advice. I do not know your investment or financial situation, your strategy, your plan, or anything like that. These are just my thoughts. Meta Platforms, in case you're unaware, they run Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, those social media platforms. They have the Meta Ray-Bans and the Meta Oakleys with their AI department that operates all of that. They're currently sitting at $706.41 USD. In the past day of trading, which was the 2nd of February 2026, it's now, as of this recording, the 3rd of February 2026, they have saw a dip of 1.41%, and their 52-week range is 479 to 796. So they're down a little bit off their 52-week range, their 52-week high. Not significantly, but down a little bit. This is on the 3rd of February, and I want you to know that I do record these day of and upload them so that the data is as fresh as possible for you. Their fair value, let's take a look at their fair value and what analysts are saying and such. So, average fair value of 682, which is actually lower from where it currently sits. It has a downside of 4%. That's a downside potential based on fair value. Uncertainty around Meta is low, so this doesn't fit into the category of speculative. If you follow me here on YouTube or on eToro, where I do my investing, you know what I mean by a speculative investment. You don't want it to be too much of your overall portfolio. If you have questions, pop them in the comment below, but Meta wouldn't fall into the category of speculative. The spread of Meta is anywhere from 554 to 1,028. So that's the spread of Meta. We're looking here at 59 analysts. Now, 59 analysts are giving it an average price target of 858, up from where it's currently at. So 706 up to 858. So if you look at the fair value, it's showing a potential downside of 4%, but analysts are giving it they're seeing it at 858. That's what their price prediction average is. Let's look at some of the signals, bullish and bearish. At this stage, the top 4 signals are all bullish for Meta. There's no bearish signals that fit in investing.com's top 4 readings or most recent readings. Five analysts have reviewed their earnings upwards. So they've reviewed their earnings upwards. So they've changed their price target. They've changed the earnings that they expect to come from Meta upward, which is a bull sign. Impressive gross profit margins. Obviously, the Meta does very well from its ad revenue, things like that, and its profit margins are very high. It's obviously a prominent player in the space, in the social media and the internet space where it works, and so it's a prominent player. It's not a little insignificant company. It's quite a large company, and one sign I like to see in stocks is its liquid assets exceed short-term obligations. Essentially, the liquid assets, what money it has available to itself, the money it has available that it can access quickly, is greater than its short-term obligations. So its short-term payments, its debt, the payments it needs to make to continue going, they can access the funds for that quickly. So that is a good sign. There's one sign that's not on here I like to see, which there's plenty here showing a bull case for Meta, but one I do like to see is management buying back the stock. Let's look at the chart for Meta. In the past week, we're going to go 1 week to 10 years. In the past week, it has done a 4.97% return. In the past month, it has done a 7.2% return. In the past 3 months, it's done a 10.8% return. In the past year, it's done a 1.6% return. In the past 5 years, it's done 165% return. In the past 10 years, it has done a 565% return. The incredible thing with Meta is on every single aspect of its chart from 1 week to 10 years, at this stage, it's green. What's interesting is in the 1 year, it's pretty much flat, just 1% up. So it's pretty much flat from where it was a year ago. You can see there's been a bit of movement, quite a bit of movement over the year. But if you invested a year ago, beginning of 2025, you're sitting about 1% up. Meta can be part of your portfolio, and you could hold it for the long term and do quite well. So if you're considering adding it to your portfolio, I wouldn't count it as one of your speculative stocks. I would count it as a solid stock, not part of your foundational ETFs that I talk about, but as a solid stock that can give you long-term gains. When you see drawdowns, let's take a look at the 10 years here. When you see some significant drawdowns, you could see it as a potential to buy and to invest in the stock. And it is interesting that the past year it is flat. So over the 10 years, the 565% has come mostly from the previous 8 to 9 years or so, is where that's just looking at the chart here, is where that percentage gain has come from. So Meta could be poised for